Hello everybody, welcome to this week's midweek thought for the day. A bit later on Thursday today, been a very busy day, so sorry, I'm just catching up on the live just now. So we looked at two Bible passages this week. The first was the first 18 verses of Psalm 139. It talks about God being with us. O Lord, you have searched me and known me. You know when I sit down and when I rise up. You discern my thoughts from afar. You search out my path and my lying down, and are acquainted with all my ways. Even before a word is on my tongue, O Lord, you know it completely. You hem me in behind and before, and lay your hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me. It is so high that I cannot attain it. Where can I go from your spirit? Or where can I flee from your presence? If I ascend to heaven, you are there. If I make my bed in Sheol, you are there. If I take the wings of the morning and settle at the farthest limits of the sea, even there your hand shall lead me, and your right hand shall hold me fast. If I say, surely the darkness shall cover me, and the light around me become night, even the darkness is not dark to you. The night is as bright as the day, for darkness is as light to you. For it was you who formed my inward parts. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works, that I know very well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was being made in secret, intricately woven in the depths of the earth. Your eyes beheld my unformed substance. In your book were written all the days that were formed for me, when none of them as yet existed. How weighty to me are your thoughts, O God! How vast is the sum of them! I try to count them. They are more than the sand. I come to the end. I am still with you. So that was the Old Testament reading for this week, and the New Testament reading was from Matthew chapter 10, beginning at 26. So have no fear of them, for nothing is covered up that will be uncovered, and nothing is secret that will not become known. And what I say to you in the dark, tell in the light, and what you hear whispered, proclaim from the housetops. Do not fear those who kill the body, but cannot kill the soul. Rather fear him who can destroy both soul and body in hell. Are not two sparrows sold for a penny? Yet not one of them will fall to the ground apart from your Father, and even the hairs on your head are all counted. So do not be afraid. You are of more value than many sparrows. So these are two passages that talk a lot about how God understands us very intimately, even from our very earliest existence. So we've been thinking a bit this week in the services about how we're individuals and created to be eternal, but created as individuals. It's very interesting when you look at the timings around when you become an individual. So up to 14 days after conception, you might be twins. There might be two of you. But then after that, you are an individual. You are you. And the essence of Christian theology is that you're you. You're made as you. God knows you from the very beginning. And then you are eternal. That's what our theology is. That seems to be everything that we kind of understand, that God makes us individually and cares and loves us in a way which we don't think about maybe all the time. And there's this little thing, isn't there, about how all the hairs on our head are numbered, and God knows that numbers. That's what Jesus says. That's the level of care that God has for each of us. I don't know that about my children, but God knows that about us. The hairs on our head are counted. God caring for us as individuals. It's very important. One part of the culture shock that I had when I went to China a few years ago was this kind of difference of idea about being valued as an individual and being valued corporately. You can ask me about that sometime, the struggles I had with Asian communism, and have been influenced by my ideas of kind of European communism, and I just wanted people to value each person more within that context. If you see me sometime, ask me to explain a bit more. But God cares for each of us so much, and he knows about us so much. And that is something which I really thought went very well with the poem for today, which was a I'm trying to find it now. This is where my my bookmark has failed me. So it's kind of what do we think about God, and what do we think about ourselves, and how much God loves us? Oh, I have lost my poem. That's really bad. So we thought about that because we had this poem from Terry Waite, which was all about what happens when you're alone. And I've moved the bookmark, which is a bad sign. We might have to have that another time. So it's to do with, all the thoughts this week are about being loved by God and how much he loves each one of us. Well, oh no, here it is. Found it. Sorry about that brief wobble into not knowing what I was saying. Wrong bookmark. It's this bookmark, not this bookmark. I was getting confused. This is what Terry Waite says about what it means for him when he was captive, and how he understood how people might care for him and his interior journey. One of the ways in which I survived in captivity was by taking an interior journey. The danger of such an approach is that as one travels alone through the recesses of the mind, one encounters both light and darkness. Memories that are both pleasant and supportive are resurrected along with the memories that disturb. Throughout, one is attempting to find an inner balance, an inner harmony. And this is the poem for this week, Captive Thoughts. I walk the corridor of my mind with hesitant steps. I see 1,000 faces that tell 1,000 stories. I have walked with them, laughed with them, cried with them, nurtured them. Sometimes I have fought with them. I see a face creased and worn with the ravages of time. You nurtured me, you gave me life. Now far along the corridor I see you, my father, long past from mortal life, but alive in this hidden place. I am alone, but the corridor is full. I see you, my mother, how you tried to love me, to embrace me. I stood alone, a small child, afraid that I would be lost, abandoned, afraid that love would trap me like a bird in a snare. I long to be loved. I walk the corridor of my mind. I see you, my friend. Were you always there? Why did you suddenly appear in the latter days of mortal life? Chance? Design? You see me, you know me, you say you love me, and I weep like the child I am, and always have been. So, thoughts for the day, midweek thought for the day. There'll be another poem next week. I'll try to make sure that when I come to do Facebook Live, I've got the bookmark in the right place. Okay, I'll see you all soon. There will be a Sunday thought for the day. Don't know exactly when. I would hope maybe about 12ish. So I might see you then. Okay, see you soon. Bye.